Good morning, beloveds. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Kirstin Hanson. I'm Reverend and Spiritual Director of Sancta Luma Church of Holy Light. This is where we embody the next epoch of ministry. This ministry is rooted in love, wisdom, and the living presence of God. Our morning of the dove is your daily moment of spiritual clarity and encouragement to carry light into the day ahead. So this morning, I encourage you to take a moment to settle in. And before we begin, I'll pray these words over us. And I hope and pray that you find peace in these few moments that we have together. And to gain fortitude in your connection with God and throughout the day. And that the divine within you and within your life carries you. A moment where you are able to breathe in the love of God and to experience the day in the grace and the mercy of God's love, knowing that all of your needs are met. So today, our topic is strategy as sacred. This week we've been talking about being loving, living as the power and the presence of God, like we are the power and the presence, living like that, and that there's no separation between sacred and ordinary. And simply being a free floater in the world is also a misalignment. Now, we have no attachment, and that's something completely different. But spirituality is sacred within strategy. Right? See, God gives us, the divine gifts us with ideas, with knowings, with actions to take. And we have to take actions within our life to move things forward. Spirituality is not simply a retreat. We must get quiet. We must find our time to hear and embody the power and the presence so we can enrich our strategy. But it does not mean we retreat from engagement. Now, I want to be really clear when we're talking about this. It isn't just about doing things for the sake of doing. It's about knowing how to retreat and use strategy in that retreat to replenish yourself such that you remain an open vessel, an open chariot for God, for the divine presence. Because in that moment, you get to hear. As an intuitive, as somebody who has the gift of sight and sees what's coming, I have telepathy. I know what people are saying, thinking, feeling. I can read the rooms. I could read people. I am a medium. I've had these gifts since I've been a kid. I need to retreat and work with the power and the presence of my higher power within me to create and anchor in spiritual authority within me. This is not a retreat. This is me anchoring in the power, God, as the source of my supply. But once I have this power and this presence, I must take rapid action, which is actually a flow. It moves in. And I really want you to think about this engagement, this action I take aligned with God's will for my life. This is strategy within the sacred. And we use this within business. We use this within our families. We use this within our communities. We use this in creating innovation. We use this in dismantling aspects of ourselves and recreating this. This same presence, the one that is both strategy and sacred, this same presence is the presence that breathes galaxies and moves through the systems, strategies, and decisions that we shape, right? All of this is what shapes the worlds we create. And we shape worlds by our tongue, by our voice, by our mind, by our feeling tone, by our actions. And this is what shapes world. We are the cause. So I'm asking you during your day to really see, as we discussed yesterday, there is no separation. So everything I have is a divine action. And the question becomes, am I a creator or a destroyer? And these divine actions that I'm taking, Are they in the highest and best good and aligned? And this is strategy. Are they aligned with the divine will? And I promise you this, divine will never seeks to harm. So if there is harm involved, now you can't be responsible for your movements and how other people interprets it or takes it. You still have to be responsible to yourself and your direct revelations. However, we move with kindness, we move with love, we move with peace, we move with harmony, we move with joy, we move within this non-dual state of reality, and we create worlds with that. So this morning, let's take a moment and to pray in, knowing that the divine guidance we have received is ours to do. This is our sacred strategy. We know that we are not just aimless, even though we are unattached, and clearly we do not know all the ins and outs of what the divine has planned for us, but we do know we can take intuitive action and have intuitively aligned movement. This is our holy knowing. This is our holy knowing. So we just sit in this moment. We sit in this moment and we give thanks. We sit in this moment and we acknowledge the power in the presence. And we sit in this movement to allow this silence, our connection, this intimacy, this oneness with God to move through us so that we can hear what actions are ours to take, what strategies that we are to employ to move through. So when we strike with action, it hits the bullseye. We give thanks for this. We give thanks for God moving every obstacle out of the way, because every action we take is moving with the grace and mercy of God. We know that there is no such thing as an obstacle. We are met with opportunities and we embrace it as so, and we give thanks for this. We give thanks for this holy day, for this holy reckoning of strategy that allows us to have a life beyond our wildest dreams, and we give thanks for this. And we know that everything is sacred, and we give thanks for that too, because see, this divine perception change, it allows me to recognize my beneficial presence upon this earth, and that everything is acting on my behalf and in my good, and we call it good, so very good. And we know all that we are seeking is seeking us, and it is done, and so it is. Okay, beloveds, I love you. See you tomorrow.